There's been quite a lot of requests that have come in, and they've been wanting to do a review of the green Defender that's behind us. This one is a special one because it's my own personal one, and we spent a lot of time working with Iconic and the design team and the manufacturing team just to go through all the steps. Everything on this Defender has been customized specifically to my requirements. I'll walk you through it. I know lots of customers from Iconic have been asking for more information on my car, and lots of my friends and other people have been asking to say, can you give us a bit more information about it? So today is a special review because it's something that is close to my heart, and it's, to be fair, it's my daily driver, so I use this every day, and you'll see it in and around Islamabad, and it's a special one. So let me give you a quick walk around of what's involved. So this Defender has been a labour of love. It took me a number of months to work with the design team to try and get to it. Everything is custom in this Defender. Everything from the colour, the specification in the engines, the interiors, the leather choice, the setup, the suspension, the seating arrangement, the carpet. To be fair, I think there's not any. I can't think of anything that's standard on this, but you know, it's everybody each to their own. I did spend a lot of time on it because I wanted to use this as a daily driver. I didn't want to get to a point where, as you all do with most Defenders, where you get to a position and you're like, damn, I really do not want to be driving this anymore. But I really enjoy driving this car on a daily basis. It's yeah, so what I'll do is we'll start off with the outside. I'll walk around, I'll give you a walkthrough of what the details are. First of all, up front, the colour you can see. This colour is a custom green. I wanted a green. I didn't know what colour of green it was. So I came up with some ideas. I shared it with the Iconic team. They then made some, modified it, customised it, enhanced it, removed it. We did a whole load of other things that came with it as well. But eventually we settled on this green. It looks a little bit darker just now, but during the sunlight, but in the sun it's really light and bright and sparkly. In the dark, when it gets night, it becomes quite dark and it looks a bit more moody, it gives a bit more of an aggressive look as well. But largely the color, we're really happy with it. I mean, to be honest, it's one of the unique colors that isn't available anywhere else, and it's custom made specifically for my requirements. Just working my way around, and then I tried to keep some of the theme. I wanted to use this in the city, so I've got other Defenders, and those Defenders are used for more rough and tumble stuff up in the mountains. This one I wanted to drive in the city and have the option to take it occasionally up in the mountains when I wanted to. So I didn't want to make it too road going, so I wanted something in the middle, which is why we went for this kind of city look, but also going with a bit more of an aggressive thing. So we do have checker plates, so if and whenever I need to mount it, go around it. I tried to keep the simple front. I'm not a big fan of changing the front to anything significant. Defenders for me are one of the most beautiful looking cars. I love the symmetry, the design. You know, the reason why this is an iconic vehicle is iconic, no pun intended. The reason why this is an iconic vehicle, other than the fact that it's built by Iconic, is the look. And it doesn't make there's no point in us making a change to the design that actually makes it the cult classic that it actually is. So I tried to keep the original front. Change some of the stuff around. You know, you can see that there's this mesh grille over here. We've got the Defender things, the Defender badging in the scheme. Got a bash plate down the bottom. Some things have been custom built. Now each one of these things, like for example the grille down here that you can see has been custom cut by Iconic. The bash plate down there was made specifically for our requirements. So basically sticking to the side. So again, like I said, I didn't really want to change the design too much, but I just made slight enhancements based on what I thought were functional. So like I said, the footsteps are, the foot bar is, as I did have an older one, but it wasn't very functional. I didn't like it. Sometimes they're too high and you can't get your feet in, and sometimes they're too low. Like just now, I can fit my feet comfortably inside it, so getting in and out is a lot easier. As you know, getting into a Defender is an experience on its own. And then, of course, below that, one of the things that Iconic was amazing at, I found that even with the mud guards and all the other stuff, I didn't want to put flaps on this one because this was city going. I found that with no flaps, your car was caked in whatever was going, mud, dust, everything on the side, and it didn't matter what you did, it was always disgusting. So they built this little fin, this shark fin thing here, which I think is a phenomenal piece of attachment, which prevents all of that from happening. So you can see the theme is largely the same. The back windows, as all Defender owners will know, they rattle, they're completely useless, and nobody ever opens them. So we've got a fixed pane over here, which I think looks far cleaner, it looks smoother. everything looks very clean and simple, so it's the way forward. So in the back, I tried to keep the same as well. Most of these come originally mounted on the back door, which is completely useless because they hang off the hinges and everything ends up becoming very loose. So it's mounted on an arm, which makes things closing the door a lot easier. And of course, keeping the same, we've got the crystal lights fitted. We've got the wider exhaust, upgraded exhaust. I've retained the winch because there is a time every once in a while that you may need to tow something or tow someone out. Again, keeping it as clean and simple as you possibly can. But you can see, I mean, I've used this every day for almost a year and a half now, and it's been way up on mountain trips and expeditions, and it still looks pretty damn good. So I'll show you, we'll walk into the inside and I'll show you some of the insides as well. But before we do that, we can go into the engine bay and I'll give you a little bit of a walk through of what's happening in the engine. So remember, this has been used on a daily basis here for almost 2 years now. Now with this engine, typically they come with 120 odd brake horsepower. I think it's something like this. We worked with the Iconic team and we effectively give this first we did a stage 1 remap, and then we did a stage 2 remap. So it's got everything upgraded. It's got the hoses, it's got an upgraded full width intercooler, air intakes. So we've upgraded everything from a mechanical engine perspective. Of course, the engine had a full overhaul as well, so we stripped everything back and rebuilt everything from scratch. Anything that was needing changed were changed over. And to be fair, the engine has been bulletproof. People in Pakistan have been typically concerned about the Puma engine because most people don't really know how it works. But the good thing about Iconic is they've got the necessary technical expertise to make sure that it's maintained, healthy, and producing the right level of output that it should be doing. The other thing about, from a mechanical perspective, what we've done is we've upgraded the entire suspension system. We've got upgraded bushes, we've got upgraded roll bars, we've got, I think it's Terra Firma shocks that are fitted in it. If there's one thing you have to do in your Defender, well, maybe there's a couple of things, but probably shocks have the biggest impact on your driving. Shocks, so the suspension that you fit on it, the shocks that you put on it, the springs that you put on it, and believe it or not, the tires. People spend loads of money on their car and then they skimp and save on tires, and you'll be amazed at the difference that having a good set of tires on it. Now I've got BF Goodrich all-terrain 83s on this, which are predominantly geared towards the road, but some of my other Defenders have got the full off-road gear on it, which is more noisier on the motorway when you're driving and stuff. But this is the thing that I normally drive in the motorway, and it spends 80% of its life on the road anyway, so this is geared up for road travel. So on the inside, you can see everything has been reupholstered. So all the seats have been hand designed, handcrafted. The design's been done by me and the Iconic team. We've selected what panels are going to be leather, which one's going to be fabric. But before they actually even start this process, the fact that every single inch of this vehicle from within the cabin and outside, so the bulkhead is fully sound deadened, the roof is sound deadened. Many people never do the doors. The doors are fully sound deadened. The inside below the seat, and that helps massively on its usability because it reduces the sound, it reduces rattle, but also in the summers and the winter it stops the massive heat ingress, which is typical for most Defenders. So thankfully this thing is not a sauna in the summers, and the AC has a half decent chance of trying to keep me cool. But equally in the winter, it doesn't. You don't freeze to death, and it's not windy, and there's not all the noise. So to be honest, coming back, as I was saying, this is one of my daily drives, and the fact that it's quiet, it doesn't rattle, and all the air conditioning and the heating works on it is an amazing thing. Even on a final thing, even the seats. Now, most people who own Defenders know that these seats only go so far back, and people who are slightly taller, I'm not, but people who are slightly taller have problems getting in the front. But one thing I've realized is we can push these seats further back, Iconic designed them for us so that we can push these seats further back so taller people can sit in the front. And when we move to the back, I'll show you, we did exactly the same thing there as well to give a bit more usability as well. So in the back here, you can see the same setup here. So these seats come back, but you can see the gap here is a lot more. So again, instead of going with the bench setup, I decided this is a city drive. It's nice to have a bit more of an executive feel. So I put similar kind of recliner seats in the back as well. And yes, it only allows 4 people to travel, but you can travel comfortably in the back of the car. And you can see that there's a lot of space here, so it's a very usable space. You know, we have metal, aluminium handles all around here, the doors, armrests in the middle. So to be fair, I think really it's one of the most usable Defenders that is available in the market. Well, I mean, it's not available in the market because it's mine, but the point is it's one of the most usable Defenders that I've seen yet. And of course, fully upholstered from the top, all the carpets brand new. So really, to be fair, I really love this vehicle. I've never really had another vehicle where I've felt like I could spend days in it and not feel like I'm fed up with it. But this is got to a point. And of course, in the back, you've got all the space in the back to throw whatever garbage, whether you're going camping, off-roading, going to the airport, or just doing some shopping. All of those things make a massive difference. So to conclude, this has been a trusty steed of mine for a long time, and I am very, very happy with what Iconic have helped build. They did it in partnership with me, and the design of it was from the ground up. But in a nutshell, I love this vehicle. The Defender will stay with me until I die. And most importantly, if anybody's interested in doing a similar design, if you want to go to the same level of detail, or you just want to say build us something, all you have to do is contact the guys at Iconic and they'll pull something together for you.